She tells you you're amazing, kind, sweet, respectful. But somehow, she's falling for the guy who barely tries. You're left staring at your phone, wondering, what the hell am I doing wrong? You open doors, you send good morning texts, you listen, you care, you're always there when she needs you. And yet, she chooses the one who doesn't chase her. She laughs at his jokes, she dresses up for his attention, she waits for his texts while ignoring yours. Here's the brutal truth no one dares to say. Being a good guy isn't what makes her want you. In fact, it might be exactly why she doesn't. Thousands of men are stuck in this same trap, thinking if they're just kind enough, patient enough, reliable enough, eventually she'll wake up and see their worth. But she won't, because what you're offering is comfort, not desire. She tells you you're everything she wants in a man, but never gives you the thing you actually want to be desired back. Why? Because attraction is not logical, it's primal, emotional. It lives in body language, tone, tension. And when you try to win her over with logic and kindness, you end up triggering friendship, not passion. This video will break the cycle for you. You'll learn exactly what's behind female desire. The emotional blueprint that determines who she craves, and who she sees as safe, but boring. We'll go deep into the psychology she doesn't even realize drives her. You'll discover how your energy, not your effort, is what changes everything. And you'll stop thinking that becoming her emotional crutch is the same as becoming her emotional obsession. So if you're tired of playing the nice guy role, if you're ready to stop being overlooked, ignored, and friend-zoned, you're in the right place. Let's decode desire. Let's unlock your irresistible effect. Let's get one thing clear right now. Being a good man isn't the problem. Believing that being good alone should make her want you is. You've been taught to be polite, caring, dependable. You open her doors, compliment her smile, support her dreams. And deep down, you believe that if you do it all right, she'll reward you with love. But reality hits different, doesn't it? You see her laugh at another guy's joke, blush at his texts, obsess over his attention. Even though you've done everything right, it doesn't make sense, it's unfair. It's maddening. But here's the brutal truth most won't say. The nice guy isn't just failing. He's repelling attraction. The nice guy isn't just someone who's kind. He's someone who uses kindness as currency. He gives not from abundance but from hope. A silent hope that she'll finally see his value, that she'll finally choose him. But women aren't emotionally moved by what's logical. They don't feel attraction because of effort. They feel it from energy, from tension, from emotional polarity. And the energy behind the nice guy is one of quiet desperation. He doesn't set boundaries. He avoids conflict. He doesn't express desire with boldness. He hints and hopes. He doesn't say what he wants. He waits for permission. It's not attractive. It's anxious. She sees you as nice, helpful, sweet, trustworthy. But those words don't ignite desire. They bury it. You've become emotionally safe, but sexually invisible. Now compare that to the guy she can't stop thinking about. He's not cruel. He's certain. He's not rude. He's unapologetically direct. He doesn't chase, because he doesn't have to. He gives her space to feel desire, to earn his attention. He's the fire, not the blanket. And she feels the difference. You, on the other hand, have removed all sense of challenge. You're too available, too predictable, too eager. You've traded your edge for approval. And in doing so, you've killed the polarity that creates real attraction. Here's the shift. Kindness without boundaries is manipulation in disguise. You're not giving freely, you're giving conditionally, hoping it pays off. And when it doesn't, resentment builds. You blame her, when really, you betrayed yourself. So how do you break the cycle? You start by owning this truth. You don't need to be chosen to be valuable. You already are, but you've forgotten it. You've wrapped your worth around whether she responds. When in truth, attraction starts when you respond to yourself. Confidence is not loud, it's silent self-trust. It's the man who gives because he has overflow, not need. Who leads because he knows where he's going. Who listens because he's grounded, not desperate for validation. If you want to become the man who draws her in without trying, stop performing, start being, stop proving, start owning. Ask yourself, are you being nice because it's who you truly are? Or because you're afraid of what will happen if you're not? That question is the key. And if this message is speaking directly to your soul, hit subscribe right now. Because this isn't the end, it's just the beginning of your transformation. The next chapter unlocks what truly drives female desire, and how to tap into it with quiet, unstoppable power. So if kindness, consistency, and effort don't spark attraction, then what does? Let's go deeper than ever before. Attraction, real, raw, instinctual attraction, doesn't begin in the mind. It starts in the nervous system. Before she even rationalizes what she should want, her body is already reacting. To tone, to tension, to energy, to presence. To you, in the way you show up, not the way you try to be liked. Here's what most men never understand. She's not drawn to the man who checks every box. She's drawn to the man who moves something inside her. And the moment you internalize that, everything changes. Let's break down the real psychological triggers behind female desire. First, emotional safety, paired with unpredictability. Yes, safety matters. But not the soft kind where you abandon your truth to avoid conflict. What creates attraction is emotional self-control, the ability to hold your own when things get intense, to stay grounded when she's emotional, to remain unshaken when tested. But here's the twist: if you're too predictable, too agreeable, too available, there's no tension, no polarity, no pull. She respects you, but she doesn't desire you. She knows you're good, but she doesn't crave you. Why? Because mystery, tension, and emotional weight are missing. Second, presence. True, rooted, masculine presence. This is rare. Most guys are stuck in their heads. What do I say next? What will she think? And she feels that disconnection instantly. Presence means your attention is locked in the moment. You're grounded in your body. You speak slower. Move intentionally. You're not trying to impress. You're just being. And when a woman meets a man with real presence, her walls melt. She feels safe enough to relax and excited enough to explore. Third, masculine polarity. Attraction is built on opposites. Masculine energy invites, leads, creates clarity. Feminine energy feels, explores, expands. If you mirror her emotions, defer constantly, or hesitate in your expression, you neutralize the polarity that creates that electric charge. A masculine man leads with purpose. He doesn't ask for attraction, he commands it by embodying grounded strength. Fourth, non-reactivity. This one is huge. Women test men, not out of manipulation, but to feel whether your emotional center is real. She might challenge your opinions, tease your ego, or even pull away slightly, and she's watching your response. If you defend, over-explain, or crumble, you signal weakness. But if you stay calm, grounded, even amused, you trigger something powerful. Respect, plus desire. She feels your core. She senses that you're not swayed by her moods, and that makes her feel emotionally safe, which opens the door to deeper connection. Fifth, self-priority. This one flips the whole game. You must live like your life is the center of your gravity, not her texts, her responses, her attention, your vision, your purpose, your mission. When a woman sees a man who's driven by something bigger than her, she respects him, she admires him, and she wants to be part of that gravity. He's not chasing her. He's inviting her to orbit his world, and that subtle shift changes everything. Now let's make something crystal clear. Attraction doesn't happen because of what you do. It happens because of who you are while you do it. You could say the same words, wear the same outfit, use the same pickup line, but if you say it from a place of uncertainty or need, it falls flat. But when you speak with intention, walk with self-respect, and live like you are enough regardless of her reaction, she feels it, she responds to it, and she remembers it. This is the moment you stop trying to get her to choose you, and instead, you start choosing yourself. You lead, you express, you embody the kind of energy she can't explain but can't ignore either. That's what triggers real desire, not perfection, not strategy, presence, power, polarity. So next time you stand in front of a woman you're drawn to, don't try to win her, don't chase, perform, or shrink. Just be rooted, calm, alive in your purpose, because when you show up like that, you don't need to impress her, you already have. Let's talk about the part that stings the most. The reason the nice guy doesn't just fail with women, he destroys his own chances before they even begin. Most men think women are rejecting them, but in truth, they're rejecting the version of you that you've built around fear. And the most tragic part is, you don't even realize you're doing it. Let me show you exactly how the nice guy sabotages himself, silently, consistently, and completely. First, over-validation kills mystery. Nice guys constantly shower women with compliments. You're amazing. You're so beautiful. I'd do anything for you. The intention is good, but the impact, destructive. Why? Because when you hand someone validation constantly and freely, it loses its value. There's no tension, no challenge, no mystery, and mystery is essential. Desire lives in anticipation, not in guaranteed praise. When you over-validate, she knows exactly how you feel. There's no journey, no, does he like me? And without that emotional question, her interest dies. Validation becomes noise, and noise isn't sexy. Silence, scarcity, and energy are. Second, weak body language sends the wrong message. Before you even open your mouth, you're communicating everything. Nice guys shrink their posture. They avoid strong eye contact. They speak too softly, too fast. They fidget. Apologize. Look for approval in her reactions. All of this says one thing: I don't believe I'm enough. And if you don't believe it, neither will she. Attraction is primal. She's scanning your body for signals of strength and certainty. Not arrogance, just quiet, grounded confidence. The way you walk into a room, the way you sit across from her, the way you breathe when she looks at you, it all matters. If your body says, I hope you accept me, you've already lost the frame. Third, avoiding conflict equals losing her respect. Nice guys hate conflict, so they don't speak up when boundaries are crossed. They laugh off things that bother them. They say it's fine when it's absolutely not. But here's the paradox. By avoiding tension with her, you create tension within yourself. You become passive, resentful, inauthentic. And women feel that. Respect is built when you stand your ground. When you can calmly say no, I'm not okay with that. When your words match your truth. If she can push you around emotionally, she'll never fully trust your strength. You're not leading, you're following, and that's not what ignites her instincts. Fourth, being too available makes you disposable. Nice guys reply instantly. They rearrange their entire day for a date. They cancel plans, lose sleep, abandon their priorities, just for a chance to spend time with her. That's not romantic, that's desperate. You teach her that your time isn't valuable, that you don't have purpose, discipline, or a life beyond her. And if you don't value your own time, why should she? Scarcity creates value. When you're not always reachable, she leans in, she becomes curious. She starts chasing, but when you're too available, you become routine. And routine kills romantic tension. Fifth, suppressing desire makes you unattractive. This is the most painful sabotage of all. Nice guys suppress their sexual energy. They're afraid of being too much, afraid of being rejected or judged. So they stay quiet, polite, soft. They wait for the perfect moment. They hope she'll make the first move. They pretend they're not interested, to seem safe. And what does she feel? Nothing. Because masculine energy is felt, not explained. And when you suppress your sexual intent, you suppress your entire magnetism. This doesn't mean being aggressive, it means being clear, grounded, unapologetic in your attraction. She wants to feel desired, but by a man who can handle it, not hide it. So what's the answer? It's not about becoming the bad boy, it's not about playing games. 142. So now you know why the nice guy doesn't win. You understand how his behaviors push women away, even when his heart is in the right place. But here's the real question. What does it actually look like to become the man women can't ignore? Let's break it down. This isn't about tricks or tactics, it's about becoming a man with energy so grounded, so real, so undeniable, that attraction becomes effortless. First, shift from external to internal validation. The first transformation is where it all begins. You stop chasing reactions and start owning your value. That means you're not waiting for her to smile, text back, or compliment you to feel worthy. You already know who you are, you already feel solid in your skin. The man who's internally validated doesn't need a woman to pick him, and that lack of need, that's what makes him irresistible. It's not arrogance, it's quiet, self-sourced power. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I like me, I trust me, and carrying that into every interaction. Second, speak less, mean more. Nice guys overtalk, over-explain, over-justify. But the high-value man, he doesn't need to prove. He speaks with intention. He pauses without panic. He lets silence do the heavy lifting. When you speak less but mean more, every word becomes powerful. She leans in, she listens. Because your energy says, I don't need to convince you, I already believe me. And that's rare. Third, move with presence, not performance. This is where things shift on a visceral level. You stop performing, you stop trying to impress. You just exist, fully, deeply, unapologetically in the moment. You make eye contact with stillness, you walk slowly, grounded in your space. You listen not to respond, but to feel. This isn't acting confident, it's being. And women notice. They can feel when a man is truly present, and when they do, they open in ways you've never seen. Fourth, express boundaries without apology. Nice guys hope being agreeable will win affection, but real men draw lines, not walls. They say no without guilt. They don't chase after disrespect. They don't let attraction override their self-respect. Boundaries are not about being harsh, they're about being clear. And when a man is clear on what he allows, accepts, and invites, a woman feels secure, because she knows she can trust his center, not just his charm. Fifth, lead your life, with or without her. Here's the final and most powerful shift. You live like she's a bonus, not the mission. You build a life you love. You pursue goals that light you up. You chase progress, not people. And from that place, you become magnetic. Because she sees that your world is full, with or without her. And that kind of independence, it's intoxicating. She stops wondering if she wants you, and starts wondering if she's enough for you. That's how roles reverse. That's how polarity returns. That's how desire is born. Now let's anchor this. This transformation is not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about removing the layers of need, fear, and insecurity that have kept your natural power buried. It's not about becoming different, it's about becoming fully yourself. The man who owns his worth, commands his space, and leads with clarity doesn't need to force attraction, he radiates it. She doesn't want a man who's perfect, she wants a man who's real, a man who feels deeply, moves boldly, and lives freely. That man, he's inside you, waiting for permission. Give it to yourself, today. Let's take a moment to reflect. You've seen the truth now, not the sugar-coated version, not the feel-good advice that keeps you stuck, but the raw, real breakdown of why being the good guy hasn't made her want you, and why it never will. Because attraction isn't something you earn by behaving well, it's something you ignite by being real, by showing up in your full, unapologetic masculine energy, by moving through life with clarity, confidence, and calm intensity. So, if you've been the guy who waits, who hopes, who pleases and apologizes and over-explains, then today, right now, is your line in the sand. You don't have to carry that energy anymore. You don't have to keep being the emotional pillow for women who never choose you. You don't need more tips or tricks. You need to become centered. You need to become present. You need to become the man who doesn't chase, because he knows he's already the prize. This isn't about impressing her. This is about remembering yourself. You're not broken. You're not behind. You've just been conditioned to seek approval instead of radiating power. The moment you stop trying to be liked and start living in alignment with who you really are, everything changes. Your posture changes. Your tone deepens. Your presence sharpens. And she will feel it. Not just with her mind, but with her body. That is what real attraction feels like. It's quiet, powerful, magnetic, and it begins when you step out of the nice guy role and step into the irresistible effect. You made it this far, which means something in this video hit deep. That voice inside you, the one that says, damn, this is exactly what I needed to hear. Honor that voice. If you're ready to keep evolving, like this video, and subscribe right now, because this is just the beginning. New videos are coming that go even deeper. Body language, sexual tension, masculine polarity, everything you were never taught, but always needed. If you're ready to become the man she secretly craves, it starts here. It starts now. Let's build this together. Unlock the irresistible effect and never be ignored again.